Hey, it's TV Tech Geek, and right now I'm going to be going over the Samsung UN65JS9000 version. I left a special link in the description below to get the best deal on this TV, and you can also check out user reviews and see what other people are saying about it, so be sure to check that out. So I'm going to get right to it. The screen size is a 65-inch LED screen, and this is edge-lit with local dimming. And edge-lit means that the LED lights are positioned around the perimeter of the screen and the light spreads behind the LCD panel. And edge-lit with local dimming means it has the ability to adjust different zones in order to improve the picture. So while still a great improvement over standard edge-lit displays, these zones tend to be quite larger than full array local dimming displays, so the picture won't be fine-tuned quite as much. So this TV also uses the quantum dot technology, and Samsung refers to this as nano crystal color. So it's the same thing as quantum dots technology, it's just renamed. Samsung wants to put their own spin on it, just for marketing purposes. So this feature basically expands the color gamut and makes colors appear much richer. So this feature somewhat improves the color for today's sources, but it will be much more noticeable within the next few years as content providers are coming out with wide color gamut content. Samsung also has the Peak Illuminator Pro feature. Again, they've renamed this. It's the same thing as high dynamic range, but Samsung has a trend of renaming technology for marketing purposes. This feature will greatly enhance the picture quality because it greatly increases the contrast, and contrast is the most important picture quality characteristic. So the result is significantly more realistic images, and again, content is not widely available yet for this feature, but Netflix and Amazon and other content providers should be coming out with HDR content later this year. So obviously one of the main features of this model is the curved display. It makes for a much more immersive viewing experience, and I only recommend getting curved displays if you're sitting 13 feet or less from it. If you're sitting any farther than that, you won't even really notice the curved effect, and it will almost look similar to a flat screen. So one thing Samsung did with their curved displays for this model is they added an auto depth enhancer technology, and what this does is it optimizes contrast across multiple zones, and the result is a more depth, and it will make the picture look much more immersive. So this model also has a 4K resolution, and this is 4 times greater than 1080p, so you get a ton more pixels. You get 8,294,400 pixels. So the result is an extremely sharp and crisp picture. So you can get your face right up to the screen and it will still look crystal clear, as opposed to 1080p when things tend to become a little distorted when you're up close. So Samsung also has UHD upscaling in this model, so all of your non-4K content will be automatically upscaled to close to 4K resolution. Obviously the picture quality won't be as great as having native 4K content, but it's still a great improvement. Other features, it has 3D support, and obviously you have smart apps like Netflix, Hulu, your weather, and tons more. And one thing I really like is the remote. It has a touchpad, it has point and click and voice command, so navigation is great with this remote. It's easy to browse the web, and it's really easy to navigate the user interface. And obviously you have your built-in Wi-Fi and your web browser. So as you can see, the design is extremely sleek looking. It has a really thin profile, and what I really like is the ultra thin bezel, so there's little room for distractions around the screen. This TV weighs 65.7 pounds without the stand and 72.5 pounds with the stand. And if you're planning on mounting this TV, it's Visa 400 by 400. And what this means is the holes on the rear of the screen are 400 millimeters across and 400 millimeters down. As for the inputs, you have one RF in, one component, one composite, one optical audio out. It has 4 HDMI ports, an audio out jack, IR out. It has 3 USB ports, and it also has an Ethernet port. So to conclude, I really like what I'm seeing with this Samsung UN65JS9000. It has all of the latest features, the curved panel, the 4K resolution, all of your smart apps, and I really like the quantum dot technology and the HDR technology. Be sure to check out the link in the description below to get the best deal on this TV, and you can also check out user reviews and see what other people think about it. I hope you found this quick overview helpful.